Hey guys, welcome to another video of Road to $10,000 per month. Right, so as you can see by the title, today's video is about how I almost signed my first client, right? So guys, this story is just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Like I literally thought I signed my first client. Little did I know that, nah, bro, the search continues, the search continues, right? So before I get into the whole topic of it, right, let me just give you an update, just like I promised to yesterday on today's call, right? Just to put things short, I didn't close that client, right? There were some issues here and there, finances, the normal excuses and all that, and I couldn't handle those objections. So the search continues. Eventually that first client is gonna come. That's when I kind of feel like everything is gonna start making sense. Like everything's gonna open up for me, right? So let me get into today's topic. Right? Yo, okay, I'm gonna start from the very beginning, right? I'm actually gonna start off by sharing with you guys the chats that I had with this client. So I don't know, like somewhere on the screen, I'm actually gonna show the conversations with you guys, right? So I actually took screenshots and I'll just put it somewhere on the screen, right? So I started speaking with this prospect on the 28th of December, right? We started speaking on the 28th of December, and he actually agreed to having an appointment, right? He agreed that, okay, let's chat and let me hear what you actually have to say, right? So that was the 29th of December. That was the 29th of December. And fast forward to the 30th of December, I also share a screenshot of those chats there, right? Let me just see this. No, actually, I'm wrong, right? The initial contact was the 29th of December, and we actually agreed on a date and a time, right? On the 30th of December, right? And he gave me his information to schedule the call and everything, right? So the call was scheduled for the 3rd of January, right? I'm also going to share a screenshot of those chats there. So I sent him a reminder of the call, and he actually gets on the call, right? He gets on the call at 2 minutes past 9. I called him because I think he was late for the call, right? I called him, and then we actually went on to the call, and everything was good. Like everything was perfect. Everything went according to script, right? The presentation, like he was liking the things that I pitched to him, and everything was smooth, right? And I'm actually going to share just a small clip, right? I think it's like about 10 to 15 seconds. And that's the end of our call, right? Where he says something like, yeah, he actually likes it and he'd like to go forward with it. Then I actually talk about the prices and stuff like that. But I'm obviously gonna blur that out, right? I'm not gonna share with you guys right now, right? So that's the end of the call, and something happened with the network that day. So I had to actually end the Zoom call and actually call him via his phone, right? So we continued the phone call over the phone, right? And we speaking and all that. And actually agrees, like, you know what? Send me the invoice. I'll make sure that I have it settled by Friday, right? And when we're having the call, it's actually a Wednesday, right? It's like in 2 days' time, he's gonna settle the invoice. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm also gonna share another screenshot with you guys. I think it was after that call, so 20 past, it was 20 past 3, right? Where I was telling him that we sent you the invoice. Please let us know once you've settled it and everything, right? So in my mind that day, like I'm over the moon, right? I'm like, damn, this is my first client. Like I'm so happy and all that. Little did I know the reason why people in my industry say that don't count someone as your client until you've received payment. It actually makes sense now. Like that shit makes sense. Like it's starting to make sense now. But like that day I was actually over the moon, right? So it was a Wednesday. On the Thursday, I actually didn't have any appointments booked. And I actually planned on going somewhere with a friend of mine. Because I was actually that hopeful of closing this client. I was like to my friend, you know what, my boy, let's actually go out, let's go to this place and look at our dream cars, go to a fancy restaurant and all that. So we're looking at our dream cars, everything is nice. It's a lit day. And we go to this restaurant, and my friend is like, bro, this place is too expensive. Like, let's not go there. Rather go to McD because make sure you know that you're gonna get like a proper meal and you're actually gonna get full, right? I'm like, nah, bro, I got you. Don't worry. Let's go to this place. Because I didn't actually tell him that I got a client, right? Because me and him are also in the same industry, and he also knows that a person is only a client once you've received the payment, right? So we go to this fancy restaurant. It's a nice place. The people there, you know, the beautiful ladies, you can see that, okay, this place is actually like a very good place. You know, it is a very nice place. Right. So we're sitting there, the menu comes, right? So we ordering drinks. He's looking at the menu, right? He's looking at the menu and he looks at me. He's like, bro, are you sure? I'm like, nah, bro, I got you covered. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, now I'm feeling like that guy, like, bro, I got it covered. Don't worry. I got it covered. You know? So we ordering, we telling the waiter what we want to have, you know, checking out the meals. I'm like, okay, that day was actually it was a Thursday, right? So usually with my diet and everything, I only allow myself like one cheat meal a week, right? So I told myself that okay, instead of my cheat meal being on a Saturday, I'm actually gonna have the cheat meal on a Thursday. So like I'm just gonna have a nice meal and just like I need to enjoy myself, you know, like I need to feel this experience, you know. So I ordered some nice food. I don't even care that much about the price, you know. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I even tell my boy that, bro, don't worry. Like, you want that thing, order it. You want another drink, order it. I got you. You know, and he's telling me that, bro, like I really appreciate it. You know, one day it's gonna be my turn and I'm gonna return the favor. And I'm like to him, I know, bro, but don't stress too much about it. Like I have you covered, you know. And everything everything was just good. Like the vibes were good, and I could see myself getting used to always being in those type of places. You know, I'm like, yeah, bro, like you know, we have to get used to being around these places. You know, like I even had 160,000 rand watch on my wrist that day. I'm like, bro, this is gonna become a reality. You know, like this is the life that we're gonna be living one day. You know, and me and him both know that you know only takes one client for us to change our lives and things are gonna start like you know? And so we there, the bill comes, right? And we look at the bill. And like, I'm not even worried. Like he's looking at the price and it's like, bro, are you sure? You know, I'm sure he's even watching this video. He remembers that day very well. It's like, are you sure? You know, I had like a couple of, you know, I had a few money like in my bank account, you know,
What?
basically all of it, almost all of it, right? So I'm like, nah, I got you covered. Because in my mind, I'm getting more money in 2 days' time, right? I'm getting more money. So I'm like, take out the card, bro. Swipe that card. I'm good. You know, I feel good, you know, because I just gave my friend that experience. I took it because I always saw myself as that guy, right? That one day I'm gonna be that guy that, you know, I take my friends places, I take my family places. Then if I just want everyone to have a good time, then I'll always be the one that's paying for stuff, you know. I just want people to have a good time when I'm around, you know. So for me, that was like the start, you know, like I could see it like clearly, right? So fast forward to Friday, right? Friday comes, I call this client, you know, and it's like to me. So I ask him, like, were you able to settle the invoice or what? And then he's like to me, what did he say actually? No, pause the bit. Pause the bit. I'm trying to find it. Okay, no, let's actually take it back, right? On that Friday, I didn't call the client, right? So I was at home and it's about like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna reflect on Monday, you know, or over the weekend or something like that, because maybe we use different banks and stuff like that, you know. So I'm like to myself, I'll call him on Monday, you know, let's just give it this weekend, you know, maybe the money will come in. Monday, the money doesn't come in. I'll call him. He's like, no, over the weekend I was very busy. I actually just came back on Monday. This was Monday morning actually when I called him, you know. And he says to me, this is what he literally says to me. He's like, I'll get the invoice. I'll settle the invoice later this afternoon. I'll make sure of it. Those were his words to me when he spoke to me. So that was like a sense of relief to me, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. You know, he hasn't forgotten about it. I'm still gonna get paid, you know. Cool. Tuesday comes, you know, hasn't settled the invoice. I text him, I call him, voicemail. And I think, wait, actually, I might be lying, but let me just look at the chats, right? I'll share with you guys the screenshots and stuff. So January 8th, January 9th. So on the 9th of January, right? I send him a message and then I call him in the morning. This was actually after gym. I just took a walk and on my way back home, I send him this message, right? So that he hasn't forgotten about the email. And then I'll call him, right? And he's like, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it, you know? And I'm actually like, he's actually going through his emails, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I can see the invoice, it's here, you know? And he's telling me that there's this big project that they started at work, you know, and he's very busy and all that. And he's like, he's gonna call me and let me know once he's settled it, right? So 2 days later, the 11th of Jan, I call him, voicemail, and obviously the other calls don't show because I was using my mom's phone, right? I didn't have airtime. I don't usually have airtime, right? So I'm using my mom's phone. I'm calling this guy. I'm calling this guy. Then I'm like, you know what? Let me give it 2 days. I call him again, still no response. I'm like, what's happening, bro? Like, I just spent my last money on that day. Now I'm not getting paid. So basically, guys, the moral of the story is that don't count your chickens until they hatch, right? That's basically what it is, you know. So it's like never celebrate too early, guys. Never celebrate too early. That's basically what the moral of the story is, you know, because like like till this day, like I still feel pain, guys, because I'm like, what could have been, you know, you know. But hey, I'll basically share like a continuation of this video, right? Because I actually recorded myself. I think it was a day or two after I called him and he didn't settle the invoice and stuff like that. So there's a video on that, and I'll actually share that video with you guys on Monday, right? So, but for today, hey, that's it. You know, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, and I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. You know, it's also basically like in sports also, you know, when two soccer teams are playing, you know, a team might be leading 2-0 at halftime, but once you get too excited and you're celebrating, you think you've won the game already. There's still another half to play, and that team might come back and score another 3 goals, you know, and you've lost the game. So never celebrate too early, you know. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. Like I really do appreciate you guys. And if you're not new, I also appreciate you for coming back and actually watching this video. And if you've liked the video, please like the video, share it, and consider subscribing. And until we see each other again on Monday. Monday is actually day 8. Yeah, Monday's day 8 because tomorrow is day 6, day 7. So I'll see you guys on Monday, and I hope I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, good. So, Victor, would you like to go through with this? Would you like us to work together?
Yeah, definitely.